What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I will be sharing the ultimate acquisitions sales process for wholesaling real estate. That is right. We're going to break down everything you need to know about sales, negotiating, and most importantly, converting your leads and converting your motivated sellers and your appointments into actual contracts that you can sell for huge profits, guys. I'm telling you, we're going to get pieces of paper like this, lock them up, sell them for huge wholesaling real estate profits. So before we break it down, before we share it, do me a big favor. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment below your questions, and we're ready to go, guys. I'm super excited to break this all down because we're going to share everything you need to know about the wholesaling real estate process, step by step on the acquisitions thing. So the biggest question I always get, and this is why I'm doing my live stream today, the biggest question is, Zach, how are you able to do $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 wholesaling real estate deals? The key here is, number one, having a decent cash buyers, right? Like without cash buyers, our contracts mean nothing. But most importantly, it's getting the acquisitions locked up so we can whoop our competition, get the best prices possible, and most importantly, get everything done with efficiency and speed and get it going. So guys, we're going to break it down. I'm super excited. I'm ready to go. So without further ado, you already know what time it is. It's wholesaling time, baby. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Oh, snap. What is up, guys? We are here. We're ready to share. We're ready to break everything down. So without further ado, let's really break down the entire process. Without further ado, let's get it going. So guys, yes, we're a little early on the live stream today, but we're doing some technical things with everything, with all the storms and everything going on. So we're doing 1 o'clock today, and we're testing out 1 o'clock. So it's kind of a two birds with one stone type thing. So definitely kind of weird. So I'm all safe and everything from storms and stuff. So we're all good. So we're going to break this all down, guys. So I really want to share exactly how to convert sellers, negotiations, everything like that. So for my visual learners out here, we're really going to hit the whiteboard and really hit this hard. So you know everything you need to know about sales, converting sellers, and most importantly, becoming as successful as possible in your acquisitions process. Because I think so many people, they get really confused here, right? Like they think wholesaling real estate is all about being the slickest, most well-off salesperson ever. And that is not the truth at all. The honest truth is the person that has speed and confidence is going to win. Okay. So I want everybody to understand this. So let's break down this concept first. Okay. Acquisition success. Okay. If I can boil it down to a very, very, very super like dumbed down version of this. Okay. We're going to break this down. So this is what I'm going to break down. Okay. Success is equal, especially in acquisitions. Okay. It's going to be your confidence. Confidence plus speed. Okay. If I can really dumb this down, you can also add knowledge on top of that. But if you want to be successful in your acquisitions, okay, so we're going to put this closing success, okay? Closing sellers comes back to 3 key instinctual things, okay? Number one's going to be confidence. This is the thing that no wholesaling guru ever talks about. No wholesaling guru talks about this, but this is absolutely crucial, okay? You're going to need to have confidence. No guru talks about this, but when it really comes to closing a seller, You can have the best script in the world. You can have the best closing line. You can have the coolest thing. It doesn't matter. If you're not confident, you will not get this deal. Now, speed's another important part here. This is a very underrated portion. The reason why I talk about speed so much in wholesaling real estate is the person that does analysis paralysis, they don't want to give an offer. They're too scared to give an offer. They don't want to do it right now, right? That's not going to do well, okay? When you do not have speed, when you don't follow up fast, okay? When you do not go actually out here and make offers quick and fast, you don't make a ton of speed in your follow-ups, you don't do speed with everything, you're not going to do well. And next here's knowledge. And this is honestly some of the least important parts, because with confidence and speed and experience, you will gain the knowledge for it. But this is why you're here. You're getting the knowledge of how to close sellers, right? This is going to be your scripts, right? So this is going to be, it's going to be your scripts. So scripts can be very important, oh my gosh, knowing how to say and what to say. And this is a macro, and then we're gonna like deep dive in like the nitty-gritty, like step-by-step stuff. But I want to break down really quick on the macro perspective, then get kind of micro on everything on here. But I want everybody to understand the scripts are important, but if you don't know how to implement the scripts correctly, you're not going to do well, okay? So let me break this down, okay? Your script is 2 parts, 50-50. I call it, actually, you know what? I'm calling this 75-25, okay? 75% of your script is going to be knowing how to say something, okay? And then 25% of the script that I'm going to teach you right now is going to be what to say. I hope you guys understand what I mean by this, all right? Knowing how to say the closing lines, knowing how to say it is going to give you the most success possible. Not knowing what to say, okay? Anyone can say the line, okay? But it's knowing how to say it that will gain you the success. I want everybody to understand that, all right? Knowing what to say is so much more important than knowing how to say it. So that being said, I want everybody to understand what the knowledge formula is and knowing exactly what that is. So let's kind of break down the step-by-steps, my sales negotiation and converting leads process. So let's kind of break this down into 5 distinct categories and then break them down from there of the step-by-steps, okay? So let's kind of break down the categories, okay? I really break it down to 5 things, more or less. But so we got to understand this. So let's break this from the top. Sales and conversions. There's 3 distinct processes in wholesaling, okay? There is 3 steps. Actually, I'll call them 3 frameworks, okay? The 3 frameworks of wholesaling, okay? There is marketing. Let me make this a nice little bubble. Then there is, so marketing, that's going to be your cold calling, right? SMS, direct mail, drawing for dollars. You guys all know what the marketing, right? Marketing is going to be number 1. That's going to be the first framework of wholesaling. The point of marketing, okay? The goal of marketing is to find a yes, okay? I want to sell my property, okay? That is the whole goal. That is what we're looking for in our marketing. That is it. I want to find people that want to sell their property, okay, for cash. Hey, I want to sell my house. I'm interested in selling my house. That is what marketing is all about. I want to sell my property. So that being said, we know the 3 frameworks of wholesaling here, okay, right? Number 1 is going to be the marketing section, okay? Finding that, yes, that's what we're text blasting, direct mailing, cold calling, all this stuff. It's just to get somebody that wants to sell the property. Now, next here is what we're sort of calling, acquisitions, okay? So we can call it acquisitions, closing, whatever you really want to do it. You can call it converting. So acquisitions gets a bad rap sometimes. Call it sales. People get stressed out. So I'll call it converting sellers, okay? Could be acquisitions, but whatever you want to call it. Converting sellers. The only point of converting sellers, Okay. I want you guys to understand this is a loop. Okay. Converting sellers is all about turning a yes into a contract. Okay. That's it. Everyone really likes complicating this. They have these whole acquisitions master classes, 10, 5, 6 grand to learn acquisitions. And what acquisitions really is, what you're paying 6 grand is, you're learning how to turn a yes into a contract. Okay. So do we see kind of we see sort of the motions here, right? We are turning a yes into a contract. That is what we're talking about today. Hey, I want to sell my property. Let's turn that into a contract. That is it. Okay. And then you can go into dispositions. So dispo, these are cash buyers, right? Selling the contract, right? For money, right? That's what it is. So just so we know what wholesaling real estate's all about and what we're talking about today. Okay. So what we're talking about today only, all right, let's get green for money. Okay. What we're talking about today is purely converting sellers on acquisitions. Okay. This is what acquisitions is. This is what converting sellers is. This is what we're focusing on. So if you know about wholesaling real estate, it is finding the yes is the marketing. Acquisitions is turning that yes into a contract. And then dispo is selling the contract for money. So what we're talking about today, mainly the only point really, is converting the seller with the sales process, the negotiation, and the conversion and the offers, right? That is what we're doing. So these are the 3 frameworks of wholesaling. Don't get it confused. I don't care what your broke guru got to say about it, but this is how it works. So this is how we convert the sellers, okay? So let's break down exactly how to negotiate with sellers, how to do all these things, and where's the 4 or 5 processes and processes of acquisitions, okay? It comes down to this, okay? Number 1, we have the yes, okay? So someone says yes. So I want to understand the marketing. We're not talking about marketing today, okay? But someone gave us a yes, okay? That's what we're focusing on. So now that somebody gave me a yes, what I need to do next is qualify, okay? And the point of qualifying is making sure that somebody who wants to sell the property is going to be a good fit for a cash offer, okay? I don't know how to say this the right way to make this the sweetest point, but so many people, once they get somebody that wants to say yes, to try to ram an offer down their throat. And that does not work. That is not how wholesaling real estate should be. You must qualify your motivated sellers. And the reason why I got to qualify is I'm going to tell you that maybe if you have a motivated list, 70%, I would say 70% won't get an offer. For my company, people that say they want to sell their property, I would say 75% of people aren't going to get an offer from me because they're just not qualified, right? And we'll break down the qualification process, all that stuff, but like everyone knows the MCTP, stuff like that. But we're going to break that down a little further in this video. But we're going to qualify them. That is step 1 here on the conversion and the acquisitions process. We want to qualify the seller, okay? And guys, this is like I want everyone to understand. So I just want everyone to change their mindset really quick when I break this more down, guys. This is literally like you're in a room, we're in a little hotel, I'm on a stage, and I'm sharing my $5,000 acquisitions process. This is literally a $5,000 masterclass I'm giving right now. I just want everybody to understand this. Like, be in the mindset that you paid 3-4 grand for this information because, heck, everybody knows watching this. If I made a little funnel and charged $2,997 to come watch a web class or a course for acquisitions, this is the information I'd give, and everyone would pay it. So I want everyone to understand this is stuff I could probably charge 2 or 3 grand for. So just keep that in mind when I'm saying this, okay? Act like you're actually paid for it. You'll take the attention and they actually do it, okay? Next, qualifying the seller. So we're qualifying the seller. That's the first thing. All right. Next, we're going to do is we're going to call them back and basically, okay, get some information from them. And then we're going to call them back. So the next part here is going to, I'll call it underwriting. Underwrite the deal, which pretty much is Find offer. We look at comps. We look at what the property's worth. We sort of look at what the property's worth. So we figure out if we put it under contract, what we can sell it for, right? So we qualify the seller first and foremost. We got to see if they're motivated. Okay. Now we got to underwrite the deal and see what the property's worth. From there, we're going to set the appointment with the seller. Number 4, we have the appointment. And then on the appointment, we close, AKA give offer. Now, this could be the point here. Number 5, I just call it follow-up, okay? Follow up. So let's break this down really quick, okay? I want everyone to understand this process, all right? So when we're doing this, we're going to qualify the seller. We're going to see how much the property is worth. Number 3, we're going to set the appointment. I want everybody to understand this. We're going to set the appointment with the seller, or we do over the phone, right? Good time all the decision makers are there, right? Number 4 is going to be the appointment. Then we're going to close them on the appointment or over the phone for virtual wholesaling. Then we're going to give the offer. That is the point. The offer should be a lowball offer. We're going to break down all this today, okay? Number 5 is going to be the follow-up. Now, there's 2 types of follow-ups, okay? There is the pretty much the deal follow-up, where we have it under contract. We're following up with the seller weekly or sometimes bi-weekly to make sure that they're okay. How's the process of moving out going? How's the process of the title? We're just trying to get there, because if you don't follow up with the seller when you lock up the contract, the seller's going to get out of the deal. Not good. No bueno, right? So we're going to do deal follow-up. And the next one is, actually, I'm going to call it, we sometimes call it appointment follow-up, but I'll just call it offer follow-up. And this really is, they said no to our offer. All right. So I just want everyone to understand that the deal follow-up is different than the offer follow-up. Okay. And I see some people in the comments, if you post a Discord link on here, I'm literally, you're going to get the axe. All right, buddy. There's no guru coaching Discords on here allowed. All right. So next here, I've been pitched a million times on that today. It's like the new spammers out here, but actually. All right. So the deal follow-up is very important, because the deal follow-up, when we lock it up, we want to make sure the seller's okay. We don't lose them, right? If you don't follow up, the seller's not going to trust you, not going to be good, right? Next year is going to be the offer follow-up, right? The offer follow-up is when they say no to offer. We can keep following up, guys. I would say there's a nice little split here. On all the no's I get, I follow up. Usually, I would say, so they said no to my offer. I'd probably do it weekly, okay? So once a week is good. This one, 1 to 2x a week. All right, for the deal follow-up, right? So that's really the process of the acquisition. So I am giving a little more of a macro perspective on this, but I'm telling you guys, this stuff stinking works, okay? So let's kind of break down each one in a very, very specific way so we can understand it, right? So what is qualifying the seller? Okay, so qualifying the seller comes back to the most important thing. So if somebody says, yes, they want to sell the property, sometimes during the marketing, we have to sort of do both of them at the same time, right? So how do I actually go out here and get the seller to agree to an appointment, maybe sell it for a lower price? How we get this all going, right? It all comes down to this nice word that is hammered in wholesaling, which is rapport. Rapport is having a seller trust you. Okay, so this is a lot about trust and likability. Have the seller like you. Okay. This is a common psychological sales hack that has been done for centuries. Every single book about sales is about this. People want to buy things from people that they like. And how does somebody like you? They can trust you. You're funny. You have some commonalities. It's kind of like being friendly with somebody. You will tend to buy things, agree to sell something for better discounts if you like and trust the person, right? So how do you get somebody to like and trust you, right? So this is just commonality, just mixing with people. But There's really two ways I can find a build report over the phone. And you guys see me doing my live cold calls all the time. You guys saw that on Tuesday, locking up great deals, right? It comes back to two distinct methods, okay? I found two methods to qualify a seller and build report at the same time. This is going to be MCTP. MCTP, the point of MCTP is they know that, first of all, it builds trust because you actually sound like you know what you're doing, right? It's build trusts. You qualify while talking to the seller. Number one, shows you're serious. This is why everybody in wholesaling real estate should do the MCTP method. I tell everybody, okay? So I think you guys should understand that in wholesaling real estate, you're going to build trust, qualify your sellers, and show you're serious. Now, still, during the conversation and during the appointment, I would implement the Ford method too. And this is one I talk about a lot, but Ford method is going to be FORD. Okay. When you talk to somebody, maybe on the appointment or maybe during the phone or whatever the appointment, this is how also you build rapport. You talk about F is for family. Okay. Occupation. Recreation. I'm just going to spell this quick. All right. And then D is going to be for dreams. So really, like, this is the Ford method, but really, like, what does this mean in like really simple terms? Talk about kids, aunts, and just like, I don't know, relative like family, right? Stuff like that works really, really well, right? And so like, it's like talking about like, hey, where are your kids from? Where you're like, do you have any family around here? Like, are they up in north? Is that why you're trying to sell? Just understand that. Work. So occupation. Hey, like, what do you do for a living? Like, is this going to affect your job where you're selling, right? Like, this is very important stuff to ask. Recreation. Hey, I love, I agree why you're moving to Michigan. We actually have some buddies that do boating over there. Like, you try to bring up what they like to do for fun. Okay. Trust me, if you can find things like that, usually when you ask sellers questions, they'll reveal it to you. And then D is going to be dreams. What are you looking for in the future? Like, well, why are you looking to sell the property, right? And this is where it all brings down. If you can ask these questions when talking to a seller on the qualification process, you're going to build that rapport. Because this is stuff we do in the beginning. When it comes to the close, they're more likely to go with us and agree to sell the property to us, right? So I want everybody to understand that, okay? So let's kind of break down the MCTP. So this is qualifying. So I took MCTP for the last one, but let's talk about MCTP, okay? So MCTP. What the heck is that? So I want everybody to understand when you're talking to a motivated seller and you want to see if they're a good wholesaling deal, you have to remember 4 distinct questions. MCTP. All right? MCTP stands for motivation. Okay? Condition. Okay? Motivation, condition, time frame, and then price. All right? So I want everybody to understand this, okay? Motivation. We have to ask the seller. This is the most important one. This is the key thing. If I'm talking to somebody that wants to sell their property and they don't have any motivation for selling the property, they don't have a reason for wanting to sell the house, I will not give them an offer. Guys, so many wholesalers refuse to qualify a seller and they just give offers to people that don't want them, guys. This is literally 2 reasons. First of all, I don't want to waste my time. I'm just going to give offers that won't even go through. What is the point of that? All right. Like, there's just 0 points. I literally find no point on doing it because you're just wasting your own time, which is going to make you less money. Number 2, you're just going to get more disgruntled, right? If you're giving offers and you know they're never going to get taken, your morale is going to go down. Your wholesaling skills are going to go down. Like, what's the point of that, right? Like, who does something knowing they're going to fail at it? Like, that's not good, right? And it's sort of like this, okay? Time's going to be one of your most valuable assets. If you don't want to respect your time, you're not going to do well in this business. So I want everyone to understand this. If I am a Reese's peanut butter cup salesman, okay, say I make $1 million a year selling Reese's peanut butter cups. I love Reese's. They're amazing. Put them in the freezer, eat them. Ooh, good stuff, right? Rick loves peanut butter, by the way. So if I am breaking this down, so if I sell Reese's peanut butter cups, would I cold call a list? Would I actually try to give an offer? Would I try to sell my Reese's peanut butter cups to a list of people or people that I call them and say, hey, are you allergic to peanut butter? Yes, I'm extremely allergic to peanut butter. I'll go to the hospital if I have any peanuts or peanut butter. Okay. Knowing that, would I go into a 45-minute presentation on selling peanut butter to this person? A Reese's peanut butter cup? That makes zero sense. I will literally get laughed out of the room. I'm going to feel terrible. My morale goes down. I'm not going to think I'm too well. And I just wasted 45 minutes of my time. I could be selling to somebody at the peanut butter lovers convention, right? Like you're just wasting your time. And so that's the way I look at wholesaling, right? Like you can really spend 40 hours a week on acquisitions, but if you know how to qualify a seller and only talk to the people that actually want to sell, you can bring that to like 10, 15 hours. Like this isn't like insane effort to do, right? It's not time consuming. It's only time consuming if you talk to people that don't actually want to sell the property. This is the big issue in acquisitions. If I'm looking to make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, I have to build that rapport. I got to find someone that's qualified that actually wants to sell the property, and you got to go from there. When you don't do it from there, that's when your skill set is not, you're not really emphasizing your skill set, and it's not going to help you out too much. So I just want people to understand that too. So motivation, if somebody doesn't have a why on why they want to sell the property, they're not willing to sell it at a discount. Okay. You have to sell you have to get the property under contract for a discount. So I'm going to ask the seller motivation. So what is motivation? Hey, Mr. Seller, why are you looking to sell the property? Why are you looking to sell it? Right? Like change a job, just want to get rid of it. Are you sick of tenants? Like what is the reason why you want to sell the property? You know, maybe a family member died, they live in the house, they just want to get rid of it, right? That is the point. If the motivation is not good, it's most likely not going to be a good deal. And you don't have to waste your time talking to the seller, right? Number two, condition. What is the condition of the property? Is the property in good condition? Does it need a lot of repairs? Does it not need a lot of repairs? Is it an ugly house, nice house? How old's the roof? Things like that. 3 is time frame. When are you looking to sell the property? Is this something you're looking to sell in a month? Is this something you're looking to sell in a year? What is the time frame for selling the property? Then lastly is price. How much are you looking to sell it? What's your ballpark range on selling the property, right? This is what we have to understand. So when we're looking at the motivation, condition, time frame, price here, I want people to understand this, that motivation is the most important part, okay? This is good. I want you to understand this. When you're talking to a seller on these principles right here, just understand that price, I can always change somebody's price, right? I can just give them a different offer. I can always change, right? I can make somebody want to sell their house less or more. I can change that, right? I can't really change the condition of the house, but technically I can repair the house. So it is good because if the condition is worse, I can just get a lower price, right? I just get a lower price, which means I can change the condition to better or less, right? That can change. I can even increase my price if I have to. But motivation, I can't make somebody more motivated or less motivated to sell the house. I can't, put a lien on their house. I can't make them go into credit card debt. I can't, bring somebody back to life. I can't do this stuff. Okay. I can't make them not arrested for, their 7th DUI, which I've had sellers like that. You can't change motivation. So I want you to understand that motivation, since I can't change it, that's going to be the most important thing I want to focus on. That is it. Guys, I had a conversation with somebody on Tuesday. I closed the deal. And the number one thing I talked to them about their motivation. Like the price, the guy's initial price, I just want everybody, like, if you want to go back to my live stream I had Tuesday on my cold call, is really, really good. His price starting out was, I believe, what's that? 120. That's the price he told me he was firm on when he did to sell it, right? I started giving my offers. I started negotiating with him a little more. I asked him, like, what really works, right? Like, I just asked him off the bat. He went down to $100,000. Okay. That was the counter. I just brought him down $20,000 all in that live stream. You guys can watch it. It was on Tuesday, my cold calling one. Okay. Now, this was not good, but he did this. Actually, no, I went back here. He was at that. So I recountered him and said, you know what? I can do 70. He initially said yes, and then he called me back, said he can't do it. And so he then brought it back up to $80,000, and we agreed on that one. So I want you guys to understand that price, a lot of you guys get very, very stressed over price. If the price isn't perfect, the first offer, it's not going to do well. I want you guys to understand when it comes to negotiating prices, especially in wholesaling, that it's a very fluid thing. It moves up, it can move down, it can go all over the board. So I don't focus on the price off the bat too much, because if the motivation is there, if we have the motivation, I can always bring the price down. If the property has a bad condition, I can use that to get the price down. Time frame, they need to sell quicker, I can bring the price down. Okay? These are the things. This is why I focus so hard on MCTP, because these are the factors that are going to help me bring the price down. You can actually watch the live stream. This is what really happens. It took me 45 minutes to close this person, but it was fine. We guys understand that price is a very moving target. It's a very, very moving thing. And I can always go down in the price. I can't go up in the price. They can try to go up. I mean, I can't. Once I give the initial offer, the 70K, I can't go below that because I'll just offer that, right? You can always go up. You can't go down. So we guys understand that if somebody gives me a price of 120, I don't care. I focus on the motivation, and you need to focus on the motivation too. That's going to be a very important concept for you guys to understand, that the price, I can always bring it down 40, 50K all day. Like if the motivation's there, I can bring it down all day. It like legit doesn't matter to me. Could care less. And once you understand that, it's a very fluid thing. If you know what the skill set to do, you're going to be fine. So that's qualifying sellers. Okay, we're going to ask that question. And then there we're on number 2, which is underwriting the deal. So basically we talk to the seller, say, you know what, this seems very interesting. You know what, let me go talk to my partner on this. Let me give you a call back. Maybe we could set something up for me to go see the property, right? That's it. That's underwriting the deal, right? We're not getting underwriting too much today, but like really what underwriting is, we just want to find our offer. So our offer is going to be ARV minus repairs times either 70%, 80%, or 83%, even up to 85%. Most wholesalers, I went before everyone goes screams at me. You already know I'm right. ARV is very inflated for most wholesalers. They use ARV from 6, 7, 8, 9 months ago, when you really got to understand what the ARV is currently today. So these offers still work. ARV just goes down. Okay. So 70% is going to be roughly 120K or under. Let's make this red. So if your ARV is 120K or under, then you do 70%. Now, roughly, like this is very changing, right? If it's 120K to, let's say, 220, I would probably use the 80%. And then maybe 220 to I'm just trying to think of like some deals I've been doing. Let's call it 300. Let's push it. You can use the 300K, right? And then anything really above 300K plus, I'm a little more comfortable on 400. I'm just write 400 here. The 3 to 400K is the weirdest one. But if it's over 400K and you know that above, I would probably use 85%. This is kind of like LA, California type stuff. That's where you're going to be the most comfortable, right? So I just want everybody to understand that ARV is kind of a weird thing. It can always change. It obviously can. I just want everybody to understand that and how that stuff works. So that being said, we know how that's going to work. We got to figure out what the offer price is. So ARV, we look at comps, right? Look at comparables. If you see the repair costs, things like that. Go to right here at freewholesaling.com. We sort of break that down in very grave detail. The underwriting can be done for you. I see people in underwriting, they have marketing do it, right? So some people do it all over the board. But honestly, like just find the comps for it. It should take you 10 minutes to find it, a property sold for. Really, the point of ARV is we're going to just find comparables. So I'm going to find a 3. So if our house is a 3.2, 1250 square feet, right? Built in 1982. What I'm going to do is look for other ones. So maybe here, this is going to be our subject property. Maybe I found a 3.2, 1100 square feet, right? 1987. That sold for $174,000 4 weeks ago. Okay. I found a 3.2, 1,400 square feet, built in 1974. Sold for like 150. Okay. And then let's say I found a 3.2. Let's do this 2 months ago. And I have a 3.2 that sold for 1,000 square feet, built in 1991, sold for like 200. Okay. So this is all over the board, but this is like 3 days ago. Okay. The problem is this one's super renovated. So what we're going to do is just find the average price per square foot. And that's how we're going to figure out what the property's worth. Now this is very, I'm like blazing through this, but what we're going to do here is we're just going to multiply this. So 174,000 divided by this number is going to be roughly $158 a square foot. Okay, boom. Number 2, 150 divided by 1,400 is going to be $107 a square foot. And then the last one is that's going to be 200 square foot. Kind of all over the board, but they were pretty close. This is 0.1 miles, 0.2, 0.15. Okay. Actually, let's call the same street. So knowing all this stuff, we're just going to find the average of these three. So 200 plus 107 plus 158 divided by 3 is going to be, on average, 155 a square foot. Multiply that, use an X instead. 1,250 square feet is going to give us the grand total of 193,750. That is going to be our ARV. So this is really rough. These are really quick numbers I do, but honestly, this is honestly all it should take you. I just stretching here. I honestly think so many wholesalers complicate this. So if you find out where the repairs are, let's say the repairs are going to be $25K, right? These are a repair cost calculator in freewholesaling.com. Just call it 20. I'll make it easier for my math. 173,750. Look in our handy dandy chart. We're going to use 80% on that. So we're going to multiply that by 80% of is going to give us boop, 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 139. All right. So this means, okay, this means everybody that our MAO, we just calculated this, our MAO, our max allowable offer is going to be $139,000, which means the most, okay, I'm going to offer the seller is $139,000. Anything below it, anything below this is going to be profit. So if I lock it up, most likely with the numbers I'm seeing here, if the offer is 130, I'm going to make about 3K, 9K in profit. So now we know that, we can kind of get into the next part here. So we look at the next part. Qualifying, check. Check. Underwriting, check. Send the appointment. So really, I'm just breeze through this really quick. Hey, what time's good for me to go buy the property and look at it, right? That's pretty much it, right? So we're going to set the appointment. Now we're on the appointment. We're over the phone. We're doing whatever we're doing for our acquisitions process, right? Just want you guys to understand this. We're going to try to set the appointment now. Setting the appointment is critical for your success. If you are not setting the appointment, you are not doing well, because you have to have an appointment before you start doing the low balls, right? And the low balls are very, very important because you got to understand how to build that confidence with the seller. And if you're confident with your offer, you're going to do very well. So remember, we have confidence on this. So let's kind of set the appointment right here. So now we're ready to set the appointment. We're at the appointment here. What's the process right? We're just going to walk through the property. We're going to look at it. We're going to talk, build that rapport, ask questions. And then at the end of the day, we're going to get to the offer. And really, there's honestly what I've seen 3 or 4 offers you can give, right? And this is how sales and negotiation really goes. We're talking to the seller. We're looking at the house. We're talking about the property. We know going in, the most someone offers 139. Okay? That is it. I want everyone to understand. The most I'm going to offer is 139. I'm not going above this. I am going to go below it, actually. So knowing that, when we're talking to the seller and we're about to give our offer, we know our offer has to be below 139. So the way I really like looking at this is if you had a $100 bill and you're looking to buy somebody's $100 bill off eBay, or let's say you go in person and see it. I know if I offer the person $90 for his $100 bill and he counters back at me at 94, I know if I take that offer, I'm going to make $6 in profit. That's the way wholesaling real estate works. All right. We are literally buying dollar bills, which are houses. And let's just say these dollar bills are worth a little more. This dollar bill that we're going to look at is worth 100. It's 100. And the way I look at it, it's $139,000 dollar bill. Okay. So knowing that we have a $139,000 bill. Okay. Literally, this is how my little crazy brain works. Call it Zach Bucks. It is going to be for $139,000. You got the nice seal there. You got the Flip with Rick logo on it. And it is good for $139,000. This is literally my $139,000 bill. I want everybody to conceptualize this is how you're looking at your acquisitions. You are trying to buy this $139,000 bill. So I hope you guys know that this is, don't stress over this. So if somebody, I want everybody to understand this. So I have a $139,000 bill. I will sell this as a collector's item. Knowing that, if the seller, if I'm negotiating with them and they want to sell it to me for $150,000, that is not a deal. A lot of wholesalers think, I'm just going to lock it up for $150 just to lock it. It's a $139,000 bill. You ain't changed the number on the bill. You can't change the ARV to make it seem like you know what you're doing, or like because you think it. You can't be all willy-nilly to repair. This is what it really costs. Okay, this is a $139,000 bill. $150. No way, Jose. $131. Hey, that's an $8,000 check. I like that, right? And this is the way you look at it. And so the one thing I want everybody to understand is there is no limit. Okay? There is no limit to what we get this thing under contract for. Just because it's a $139,000 bill, there's no limit to this. All right? Just think about this for a second. There's no limit to how low we can go. So that means I'm allowed, Zach gave me the rules. He said I could offer $90K for it. Why not? Heck, if it's $90K, I'll make $50,000 in profit. Is there anything against that? There's no law against that. You make $50K in profit. I do it all the time. I show you the proof. I show you the HUDs. Like, you can do it, right? There's no limit to that. There's no way. Like, there's nothing stopping you from doing it. It's all in your head. Because I got to offer 130. That's the most I should offer. That's the least I should offer. Fine. Like, don't make the money then, right? Like, it drives me crazy when people do this, but this is what this business is all about. So knowing that we have a $139,000 bill, this is the best conceptualizing I can do on this, right? There's only 3 ways we can really offer the seller on this for their house. And really, this is equal just to a home. Nice little house, right? It's a house. That is what it is, okay? So let's break down the 4 offers. So I'm talking to the seller. I'm ready to give my offer. There's honestly 4, okay? There's 4 offers we can give on here, all right? So let's break down the offer. So offer number one is just going to be the lowball with reason. And like I've said before, how you give the offer it's 75% of it. Not what you say on the offer, but how you say it. So, for example, a lowballed reason is me lowballing somebody, but I'm giving a reason why I'm doing it. You have to bring logic into the offer. Hey, Mr. Seller, because it needs a new roof, because it needs some updating, just because I have to redo the kitchen on this, and because there is some risk with a tenant in there, I'm talking to my partner here. I'm just trying to think here, and I'm gonna have to be 100,000 on this. Do you see how I said that with confidence? Did you see how I said this with a reason? Because of the repairs it needed? Because here's the interesting part. If I did not give a reason, if I gave no reason, seller would have said no. No, you're just trying to lowball me. But if you give a reason, oh, okay, he's at this price because of this. I can conceptualize why he's at that offer. If you do not give a reason, they're just going to get, no, I can't do that. If you go with confidence, no, this is what we're doing. Okay? Like if you've ever taught little kids, and I bet there's some awesome teachers in here, shout out to our teachers that have taught little kids. Little kids are very interesting because their minds aren't corrupted with crazy adult society, right? They're very, I don't know how to say, like, they're like sponges, right? And they're sort of just like how regular people are, but they're just a lot younger, right? And the thing about kids are they're absolutely insane. Like, have you ever dealt with a group of first graders? They're absolutely wild off the wall, right? They're little kids. There's nothing wrong with that, right? But the thing what I found with kids is, and not aggressively, but kids and groups of people respect authority and they respect confidence. So if I go in there, a group of, first graders, and I say, guys, it is nap time. We're going to nap right now. And they hear that and they hear you sing with authority, they're more likely going to go to nap time. Now, if I go and tell them, hey, I think it's nap time. We should go to nap right now. They're not going to care. Okay. Like, have you ever, I think teachers can, like, I remember being in the lines in first grade, going to lunch. I had a teacher that was just like willy-nilly. Oh, can we all get in a line? Okay. Your guys are doing great. Versus get in a line right now. Boom, 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 boom. Do it like that. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Guys, we're getting in line now. We're going to lunch. People respond to that so much better. It is the same exact thing when giving our lowball. I mean, can you do $100,000 for the house? Can you sell it to me for 100? Like, if I don't say that with comments, all right, that Bernie guy's out. All right, y'all blocked, buddy. But what I can tell you is if you give confidence with it, right? I'm at $100,000 on this because of this, and this. This is what I can do. This is what I need to do. This is where I'm at. Versus, I can do 100. 100 is my offer. Guys, is how you say it. If you have a confidence and authority, you're good. I'm not calling these adults, first graders, 8-year-olds, right? But like, they're going to respond the same way with confidence. Why do you think we have leaders out? Like there's leaders in like other countries that were like, 60, 50 years old that can't have a group. They're terrible generals, but you have like 25-year-old generals that go out here and just destroy it with confidence and authority, right? Like Alexander the Great, was it like 20, 21? Started conquering the known world. He was young, he had confidence. Now he had Prince Philip II from Macedonia helping him out, his dad, but like, you look at all these great leaders and they all have the confidence. And if you want to be successful in this business, guys, no other YouTube channel talks about this for sales because it's all behind the $4,000 or $5,000 sales program. But if you give a lowball reasoning, you'll do very well. So give a lowball with a reason. Number 2. This is my personal favorite, but it's the good cop, bad cop. All right. So the good cop, bad cop. So we are good cop. Our partner is bad cop. So I'll put this to Rick. Rick is bad cop usually when I give offers, right? So Rick is bad cop. He's the crazy guy, right? The point is, so let me answer one thing. I always get people that always say this. So Teresa says this, right? So I saw what Teresa said here, and I think that was pretty interesting. She brought it up. So this is why I have the good cop, bad cop approach. This is why I'm sharing it. This is why I think you, Teresa, should probably do the good cop, bad cop approach. Okay. So Teresa says, thank you for this. No one talks about the reasoning, and that's why sellers get upset. That's true. But the one thing I see a lot of people talk about, she doesn't have this objection in her mind, but some people watching this do have that objection. Here's the funniest part. Oh my gosh, if I give a low ball, I'm so worried that the seller gets upset. If I give a reason, they're going to be less likely to get upset at me. But they still might get upset at me if I do that, right? Here's the funny part. If I do a good cop, bad cop approach, if the seller's upset at me, they physically, mentally, and psychologically, they can't have me upset at me. They can't. It's like almost impossible for them to be upset with you. Because if I give, hey, I see you have a $139,000 bill and they know it's worth $139,000. Would you take $100,000 for it? Oh, no way. I ain't take it. Get out of my dang house. Screw you. You know, bad word, bad word, bad word, bad word, right? Like just, you know, some people are like that. Here's, if I give a reason, oh, because the inflation, I'm going to have to be at this price. They're going to be upset. They're going to be a lot less upset with you, but they still might be upset with you. Here's the really cool part about the good cop, bad cop. If I use Rick as the bad cop, because whoever's bad cop is conveniently never at the appointment or never there or on the phone or near you, right? Hey, Mr. Seller, you know, I was talking to my partner, Rick, on this, and he looked at the dollar bill here. He looked at the house. You know, he told me roughly he wanted to be around $95,000 on this. What? No stinking way. I ain't going to be at 100. No, I'm never doing that. No. Whoa, hey. That's Rick. Like, he wants to buy things for $1. He wants to buy things for $4 and make $1 billion on every single house. Like, he's crazy with this stuff. Like, he always wants to buy things cheap. This is why I'm here. I'm the reasonable one, right? Like, that's why I'm trying to see if we can find something that works, right? I'm just telling you what he was thinking. Oh, okay. Now they're not mad at you anymore, right? So you are the bad cop is going to be your partner who's not there. Heck, guys, if you're watching this, just say you're the bad cop's me if you have nobody, right? Zach's my bad cop. Tell my partner Zach. If they say Zach who and you say Zach Ginn, we're going to have some troubles. But just say good cop, bad cop, all right? Have a partner, though. Usually a cash buyer, right? But good cop, bad cop. We better be JVing if he's me as a bad cop, though. But I just want everybody to understand that you are the good cop. Ooh, what is that? You're a good cop. Partner is the bad cop. That being known, this is going to be a very powerful approach for you. So I give a lot of low balls. Nobody ever talks about this approach. It works stinking so well. So that is the good cop, bad cop approach. I want everyone to understand that that type of offer is very powerful. Use it to your advantage. If you don't use it right, you're not going to do well. But the good cop, bad cop approach, you should do it. Most people don't even give offers like that still. Your competition ain't doing it. This is why you paid me $4,000 to watch this video, right? Because this is great information. I'm just telling you, this is stuff that gets me millions of dollars every single year in assignment fees, right? Now, there's two other ones, right? I call this the seller first method. It's not bad. I do use it all the time. So I just call it the seller first method. So the seller first method is sort of two things. Okay. I just want everyone to understand that the seller first method is two things. So you're just asking the seller how much they want to sell the property for. Oh, I'm looking to sell this for 120. Can you do 100,000? Can you do 90,000? Like you negotiate from there. Not bad. Now, if you ask them what they want to sell the property for and you get their price first and they say, oh, I have no idea, I can't sell it, or I don't know. There's really two ways to do it, right? So this is kind of 3 and 4. So I'll call it 3 plus 4 kind of together. But usually they give their price first and you're good to go, right? So actually, let's call this 3. Now, what if they say, oh, I don't know. I don't know how much I want to sell the property for. Oh, I have no idea. You give them two things. Number 4 is going to be the volley method. How do you counter this? Counter this with 4, okay? So it's going to be the volley method. So it's like playing volleyball. Ever play volleyball? You hit the volleyball, you volley it over the net, they bring it back, you volley it over the net, and you just keep pushing it back. Well, Miss Shelley, if you did know, what would it be? Well, you probably have an offer in mind. Like, if I was going to buy this, what would it be? You just keep asking the same question in like different ways. About 4 or 5 times they give up and give you an offer. That's Rick's personal favorite one. I use instead the dollar bill method. So the dollar bill method, okay? Dollar bill method. And the dollar bill method is pretty simple. I've devised this on my own because I'm a nutty, crazy person. But the dollar bill method pretty much states that if someone says, I don't know what they'll sell the property for, you ask this, hey, Mr. Seller, I mean, would you accept $1 for the property? You see how I'm saying that in a lighthearted mood? I'm saying that in a very nice and happy mood because the dollar bill method here, if it's obviously a joke, I'm not going to buy somebody's, $140,000 house for $1. But like, it's such a joke that if you say yes, we'll write it. Remember I said there's no limit, right? Right? There's no limit. So I could buy this thing for $1, right? Why not? I can't sell it for $1. Would you take $2 for it? No. No. You take $3 for it? No. I mean, would you take 1,000 for it? Like, what's the price? Obviously, if you're not taking 1,000 for it, I know that's a joke, but obviously, if you're not taking 1,000 for it, you obviously have a price in mind. Oh, I don't know. Well, let's write up an agreement for $1,000 then. No, it has to be 60,000. Oh, so you did have a price in mind. I want you guys to understand this. This is going to break your heart. Sellers will lie. I want you guys to understand this. Okay. This is a very shocking statement for you. I want everybody to understand this, but your motivated sellers, a lot of them will lie. And when they say they have no idea and then they actually had an idea, that's just another part of lying, right? Your motivated sellers will lie to you. Just don't get offended over it. They're going to lie. They'll tell you the house is better than what it is. They'll tell all this stuff. It doesn't matter, right? So you guys understand sellers will lie. All right, that's basically closing the deal. And really how you close the deal is you get the offer, we accept the offer, we get the contract right. So you write up the contract. Usually I have it. Just go to freewholesaling.com right here. Our free real estate wholesaling contract is right there. And really, that is how we do it, right? That is how we get the property under contract. We just basically sign it from there. Freewholesaling.com, show you how to fill it all out, right? And then from there, we have the follow-up section, right? So let me show you really quick. Got a lot of notes here. Next to the follow-up, right? We have deal and offer follow-up. So let's kind of break these two things down and then, yeah. All right. So last one, number 5 here, is going to be follow-up. So deal follow-up is just going to be, we're going to follow up 1x a week, 1 times a week. And really what this is going to be is, hey, Mr. Seller, just seeing how everything's going. How's the closing going? How is everything, the title, looking to move, stuff like that. You're just following up, guys. When you don't follow up with the seller, you're prone to lose the deal. Because if they don't hear from you, they don't think you're serious, they don't have that trust, it's not going to do well. Okay? It's not going to do very well. So you won't do well on that one. And then the last one here is just the offer follow-up. Oh, Lord. So they don't say yes to your offer. Hey, checking in, see if things going on. So I'd probably do this maybe 2 times a week there. But 1 times a week or 2 times a month. Whatever, how hot the lead is will determine that. But just understand, like, this is where we're at on this, right? And so most of the time, most of these deals are just going to basically die with this. But about 25% you can revive. Just keep following up with them and you keep persistent, you'll do well. So that's how that works. That's kind of my acquisitions process. The one thing I do want to break down really quick too is what if sellers, and I just want everybody to understand this, is there's going to be some interesting things. So if you're dealing with a difficult seller, I do want to break this down too for everyone that's dealing with difficult sellers, that most sellers will say no to you or not deal with you or be difficult with you based on, I found 4 really key deliveries, or 4 key reasons. Okay. So why sellers say no. All right. Why do sellers say no to you on your offer? I want people to conceptualize this. Okay. Number 1 is going to be price. Pretty simple, right? I think everyone understands that. Number 2 is going to be trust. Your sellers won't tell you this. They'll just say no to you. Number 3 This is super, super duper important. But I think a lot of people understand this, that a seller say no because you did not condition. All right. And that's going to be the last thing we're talking about is conditioning. But number 4 is really going to be a bad lowball. Okay. So how do we price up? You got to give a reasoning and logic. Say, hey, why don't you just go with a realtor if you want to sell this thing for the most amount of money possible, just go with a realtor. Okay. That's going to be your best thing you can do, right? Number 2 is going to be trust here, right? If they don't trust you, you didn't give them certainty on that, right? Tell me, deal with the title company, deal with the cash partner. You'll be pretty good on that one. Number 3 here is going to be conditioning. So we're going to bring a conditioning. Let's bring this to the end here. And the third one is bad lowball. If you lowball the bad delivery, you're not going to do very well, right? And then just got to remember, guys, in wholesaling real estate, people make a yes. People choose. To choose to sell the property, it comes to a matrix, okay? So sellers decide to sell on 3 key principles: emotion, logic, or fear. This is how or when a seller decides to sell. They will either decide to sell based on emotion, logic, or fear. Now, I've personally found in wholesaling real estate that, especially with these sellers, I'm trying to think here. I would say 85% are going to go off of emotion, 10% off of logic, then 5% over fear. So when you give an offer, they're going to make that decision based on these 3 principles. Emotion, I want to get rid of the property. Oh my gosh, I got to just get rid of it. I'm so sick of this property. Blah, 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 right? 85% they're going to choose based on emotion. 10% off of logic. Is this the logical right thing to do? Most of logic comes from price and ease of the cash sale. This makes sense because it's easy for me, right? And then fear is basically, if I don't sell this thing, something's bad is going to happen. I'm going to lose the house. I'm going to lose some more equity. I might not. So here's the thing. These are pretty simple, right? Like, these are pretty no-brainers. You don't really even have to understand these emotion and logic. That's just basically standard wholesaling. Like, you don't really need to know that. The reason why I told you this is because of most importantly, is the fear section. And sometimes if the seller is not deciding to sell the property based on logic or emotion, you're going to have to strike fear into them. And I'm not telling you to do some crazy sales tactics, but you got to add some fear. So they don't want to emotionally make a decision, fine. Logic, fine. But you're going to have to implement fear. How do you implement fear? Mr. Seller, I have to make a decision. Let me tell you this. This offer is good. Oh, can I call you back? I really got to think about this. You know what? I'm going to give about 10 a.m. tomorrow. All right? 10 a.m. tomorrow, I'm going to need a decision. If you don't give me a decision, my price is going to go down by $20,000 when you call me back in a month ready to sell it. Okay? Interest rates are going up. Prices are going down. I can't lock this thing in. Okay? Lock it in by 10 a.m. tomorrow. If I don't get a call back, then it's not going to do well. And honestly, I can't buy this property. I have a lot of everybody wants to sell their house right now. You strike fear, 5% of them, you can't close them. You will close them based on that. Again, something nobody in wholesaling real estate ever talks about. I implement this business. That's how I crush it. I want people to understand this, why people choose it. So let's talk about the last and most important part to conditioning a seller. All right, conditioning the seller. So when does the seller choose the condition? So let's talk about conditioning a seller. So when you give an offer, there are 3 things your seller is going to say. 3 things. There's only 3. Number 1, yes, I want to sell the property. Yay. Number 2, no, I don't want to sell the house. Sad, right? So we're understanding this, all right? Red is bad, right? Oh, no, no. Money, green. Yes, they want to sell the property, right? So most people think they give an offer, it's going to be a yes or no. It's a binary yes or no thing. It's not. There's actually a 3. And unfortunately, this is the depths of despair for wholesaling. This is the worst thing. So The coolest part is to know, like I can walk away from a deal. Like you're not, I want everyone to understand you're not going to get every single deal. Okay. You give an offer, you're not going to make every single shot. Kobe did not make every single three he made. All right. He didn't. Ray Allen didn't do that either. You're not. Steph Curry doesn't make every single shot. Okay. It's the name of the game. If you made every single one, it'd be too easy, right? Yes, obviously great deal. The thing is, if it's a no, I can just follow up with them, right? So if somebody gives me a no, I can follow up and kind of get a pathway to a yes, right? There is a pathway to me getting the deal still. Yes, this pathway, it's already done. The worst one possible is what we call a maybe, all right? This is literally, I'm going to make this like gray because it's just like sad, all right? It's just like, it's honestly just this, it breaks my heart every time I think about a maybe. When somebody tells me they get a maybe, is the saddest, most depressing like thing in wholesaling I see. Because a maybe, you're in like limbo, right? Like you're in like a purgatory of wholesaling where they're thinking about it. So you can't even follow up. You can follow up. They can just say, hey, has anything changed? Maybe. Are you going to take this offer? Maybe. Are you talking to other sellers? Maybe. Maybe. Like, it's sad. It's absolutely terrible. Like, so what you can understand is maybe is a defense mechanism. Okay. So what maybe is like, remember, I'm talking about elementary. I don't know why I'm thinking about elementary school. You ever play tag in first grade? The worst kids when you play tag is when you play tag and like you catch the person after chasing them, you're about to tag them and they say, pause. And they walk over half the field and they say, unpause. It's like, that's so stupid. I hate that. This changes the game, right? I hate that. You can actually, there's a way, like in tag, say, hey, no pauses. All you got to say in wholesaling before you give the offer is, hey, before we give you the offer, no pauses. You can't say pause to my offer. Because what happens? Hey, seller, what do you do 100,000? Pause. That is what the maybe is. It's a defense mechanism. So if someone's about to tag me, I hit pause. Stupid. It's like playing pause in a video game. Like, it's not even fair. And then you lose out on the seller and you lose out the deal. And usually on a maybe, they're just going to get more offers than you lose out, right? So how do you get rid of the maybe? You get rid of the maybe by conditioning them. So you basically say, hey, Mr. Seller, before I go and talk to you, before I actually go see you in wholesaling real estate, before I actually give you, really look at it and maybe we come to an agreement or anything, just so I don't waste your time or my time, before I go see you, are you ready to make a yes or no decision on selling the property before I go meet you? Are you ready? I want you guys to understand this. If the seller's not willing to make a yes or no decision, they are not motivated, okay? They are not motivated. And that's very key here. Also, because I'll tell you this, not motivated. I want you guys to understand this. Every single time somebody cries to me that they gave an offer, it was a great deal, and they lost out on the deal because somebody gave them a maybe, I literally don't feel sad for them because you could have not dealt with it. Like, you could have changed it up. You didn't have to deal with this terrible stuff, okay? You got the maybe because you did not follow what I said, okay? You did not go to freewholesaling.com, okay? You didn't deal with this. All you got to do is just say, hey, before we play the game of tag, there's no pauses. This is what it is, okay? Before I give you an offer, so you don't waste my time or my time. I know your time is valuable. Are you ready to make a yes or no? And they're going to say, if they are, let's say this seller was going to say maybe to me, but now I say them yes or no. Guess what? When I give the offer and I say, hey, would you take 100,000? Maybe. And then they're all smug, like, ha, got you. Hey, Mr. Seller, remember before I went to the house and you said you were ready to make a yes or no decision? I know you're a man of your word, and I'm a man of my word too. I was just hoping that you can be a person of your word and agree with me. You did say yes or no decision, right? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah, so can you do 100 or not? Shoot, right? And people's ego gets into it, right? And this is how you use ego to your advantage in acquisitions negotiating. No, I am a man of my word. I am a good person. Yes, I will take that. Or no, right? Because I'll tell you, A lot of people in the chat can tell you this. When you get a maybe, it is the worst. And you can't get that deal back. If you avoid that, you'll do well. So guys, I just want everybody to understand that is what wholesaling is. You can easily, in wholesaling real estate, walk away from a deal. No ifs, ands, or buts on it. But guys, that's what it is. So we have a lot of notes on here. I wonder if I can make this a PDF for people. Let me know if you guys want a PDF on this. What is this? Oh yeah, this is it. I'm writing a lot of notes on here. Let me know, guys, if you want a PDF on the notes for today, and I can definitely send some to you guys. So yeah, let me know if you guys want the PDF, or I just kind of erase all this stuff. But what I can do, guys, if I could send this PDF in the Facebook group if you guys want it, so you can download it and look at it from today's live. But what I could tell you guys is closing sellers comes back to these things, right? Confidence, speed, knowledge. And if you guys want, yeah, I'll just make a PDF for you guys. So everybody wants a PDF. So, all right, we'll do a PDF on it. I'm going to actually write this down so I don't forget because I'm a dummy. Hold on. Send PDF to Flip with Rick fam. Look out for the PDF. I'm probably going to put it in Wholesaling Houses for Real just because it's easier for me. So let me just highlight this so I don't forget it because I'm a dummy. All right, send PDF. I'm going to make this multicolored because I'm always going to forget this. So the PDF will be in Wholesaling Houses for Real, the Facebook group. See, if I do this, I don't forget because it's color coordinated because I have a weird mind. All right. So, cool. Cool beans. So, guys, I'm telling everybody, so go to Wholesaling Houses for Real. So, I'll tell everybody. So, to get the notes, just go to Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group. All right. That's it. Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group. That's where it's at. Just search Wholesaling Houses for Real. So just search. Literally, all you got to do is go to Wholesaling Houses for Real. Now, if you're in freewholesaling.com, so it's already in the link on the top right there. But I want everybody to understand this. Okay. Everything I talked about today, this is actually all stuff that is in freewholesaling.com. Okay. So we're checking the time really quick and we're seeing this. So looking good. So I want everything I just said today. It is in freewholesaling.com. Okay. It's a free wholesaling course. Okay. This is not like I'm trying to sell you at the end here, but this is like, I want everybody to understand. That's why I have it here. You got to go through the course. It teaches everything you know from the A to Z part of wholesaling, right? And that's how you're going to break it all down. I just want you guys to understand that everything I say is at freewholesaling.com. 95% of your questions will be answered at freewholesaling.com. If you guys go to freewholesaling.com, join it. It's free. I'll send everybody a PDF of Wholesaling Houses for Real. Okay. Can I make a link on it? I'm just going to send a Wholesaling House for Real. I'll just post it. I'm just going to post it on there. And yeah. And I see some people complain that they got blocked from the group. If you got blocked from the group, you probably try to promote a course. So y'all don't get the PDF. But maybe someone's nice enough, they'll send you the PDF. But freewholesaling.com, everyone get the notes there and just join the Facebook group. Always get the Zach. I don't want to join. I don't want to have a Facebook. Guys, if you want to network, if you want to get more cash buyers, y'all gonna make a Facebook account. Okay. Right. Like I tell you, I have my face out here on social media in effect in my life. Right. Like, that it's fine. The government already has a file on you. So what are you going to do? So I want everybody to understand that is what it is. And yeah, that's my sales negotiating process. I know that took longer than expected. But I really, I was sitting last night, howling winds, power went out. And then, power went back on like a minute later. Right. But I want you guys to understand that, like, I was thinking about it, like, all right, let's write down the best kind of content I can. And so I worked on that. It was really cool. But yeah, guys, I'm good for the hurricane. I was good with everything that came by. So I want everybody to understand that. I'm good to go. I'm all safe. Rick's good. My whole family's great. We're all good, right? Guys, if it ain't a category 3, I don't really care. I can care less, right? I see people freaking out of category 1 hits them. I'm like, that ain't nothing to me. I'm a Florida man, okay? I'm used to this. So that being said, guys, we're all good. So what I did today is I did a 1 p.m. live stream. Hey, I think it's kind of interesting, right? So we're going to try a 1 p.m. live stream tomorrow with Rick tomorrow too, just so everybody knows. We're testing out a 1 p.m. time. We found the time works a lot better for my work schedule and just for my other stuff. So works pretty well. And yeah, so we're going to try some, I try 1 p.m., right? So like I'm going to try 1 p.m. Today, tomorrow, maybe even next week. But 5 p.m. is still going to be our cold calling time because I think 5 p.m. Is still best for cold calling. 1 p.m. is probably the best for cold calling. So for the schedule next week, we're going to try 1 p.m. next week. Just going to see if that's easier for our schedule. And then we're also going to see if that helps because we did 1 p.m. and our views went up like crazy. So we're like, maybe I do 1 p.m. The point is that I'm not crazy about the views, but if I can if I can reach more wholesalers during the lives, so I mean views, I had more people hop on watching live at 1 p.m. than I do at 5. So look at the numbers right now, still the same. We're hitting more people watching us live than we did at 5. So we might do 1. So we'll see what it is. We'll see how it is. So we're going to test things out and just see it because I want to reach the most live people possible on the channel. So that is the point. So that's it. So without further ado, let's kind of do some Q&A. Let's see some questions we have and go from there, guys. Remember, guys, if you have any questions for me and you actually want to do a one-on-one call with me, everyone's like, how do they get on the one-on-one calls? All you got to do is join the Facebook group. Remember, guys, I told you about the Facebook group, Wholesaling Houses for Real. I'll break it down right here. Wholesaling Houses for Real. This is my Facebook group. So here it is. So let me put in the post. Let me put in the comments for everybody. Wholesaling House for Real is my Facebook group. So this is where I'm going to post the notes. I'm probably going to post the notes somewhere here, right? So we got a lot of really cool questions and comments and stuff like that. So we have 76,000 members, which is going to be really fun and cool. So I want to give a shout out. Where is it? So we have a lot of people doing the Drawing for Dollars challenge. We have also in the group too. We have a lot of accountability stuff. So I told everybody, be accountable. So shout out to Brian. I want to give Brian a shout out. Ugly House Drawing for Dollars. Goal is 100 leads for the week, but I'm already at 200. I got 41 today in an hour. No app. Just got my title company lined up and got 23 more cash buyers. Markets in Tampa. Guys, look at this deal. Look at this property right here. These deals are just sitting there. This is in Tampa. Like, holy moly. That's a really nice deal. And just telling you guys, because I did the challenge, somebody decided to drive for dollars on this lead, right? Boom, boom, boom. I love it. That's a great property right there. We got some more people, right? That's cool too. Let's do it from this. Hold on. We had a lot more people post it, so let's go by new posts. Let's see what we got. We just got. It's weird watching people look at me, so that freaks me out. So shout out to Cole. Look at Cole. He had his sticky note there. He had the property right there. I like it. He put the sticky note on there, so perfect. Let's see what the sticky note says. Sticky note said, "Hey, I'm Cole. I have a question about your property. Call or text." Beautiful. I'm telling you guys right now, that's all you got to put in the sticky note, and you'll get these deals, right? Like, guys, crushing it. I love people posting their progress on it. Cole's doing really good, guys. We're also doing a giveaway. I think we're giving a year of Deal Machine. Brian also posted this deal. Look at this beaut. I think we're giving a year Deal Machine next Monday. I'll know by the end of this live because I got another meeting on that. I think we're giving away a year Deal Machine for free for people that are posting on these, right? Their accountability that get their first deal. I think we're giving some awesome stuff. But look at this, guys. There's vines growing out the property, boarded up, paint chipping away. Look at the roof there. Look at that roof damage. You know, that's a lot of damage. As the Flex Seal guy would say, that's a lot of damage. Look at that deal. Oh, beautiful. Mwah. Chef's kiss on that, right? Like, oh, those are the deals that make you all the money, okay? I'll slap a sticky note on that thing as fast as I can. It looks vacant to me. Somebody, I can see it. This is Florida. So I can see someone I could tell here that somebody is cutting the grass. So someone is looking at it, right? So this looks like a really good deal here. So that's looking really great. Jeez. So guys, you can't DM it. You got to make accountability because it pushes people to keep looking at these deals. All right. Because I get too many DMs. So keep posting it, guys. Go to Wholesaling Analysis for Real, and then you can hop on, talk to me one-on-one. But guys, I just want to give it like an update on the Driving for Dollars challenge. Like, whoa, that's really like, it's amazing. Like I'm so proud that's doing it. I know so many people are posting on it. So we'll get those approved and sent to everybody on here. But guys, that Driving for Deals challenge is amazing. We're changing lives. We're getting deals done. And yeah, I think we're going to stream it on the Zach Ginn channel next week. So if you want to get the giveaway on there, just be on the Zach Ginn channel next Monday at 2 p.m. I think 2 p.m. And then Monday I have really good podcast for Flip of the Brick I want to give out because there's just such valuable information. So I forgot to mention on here. So if you want to hop on the one-on-one, I was getting sidetracked. I was so proud of everybody driving for deals. So just click here on the featured tab. You click the shared link and you just join it here. This is the StreamYard link, or you watch it on YouTube. Make sure everybody watching this, see the YouTube, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. I hope everybody's hitting that subscribe button. Okay? You see the YouTube link right here? Hit that subscribe button, y'all, and like this video. So if you're watching from this Facebook group, everybody watching from the Facebook group, y'all better be subbing to the channel. Everyone on Facebook better be subbing to the channel. So yeah. So let's get this going. So you click on that, you get to hop on, talk to me one-on-one, and then I make you a better wholesaler. That's the goal. So like Jose here. Jose.
Hey, how's it going?
What's up, man?
I have a question, comment. You mentioned previously that you are into like your own case studies, right?
Yeah.
I am bilingual. I'm very new to this, and I found that being able to speak to some of these sellers in their native language helps. Is that something in the future for you guys? Maybe you kind of explore that so that those of us, whatever the language is, can take advantage of these resources.
So I want to ask you a question here.
Yep.
What market are you in?
Unfortunately, I'm in Southern California.
Okay.
But I'm also doing virtually.
Where are you virtually?
In Texas.
Texas. We're in Texas.
North of DFW, Collin County.
Let me do this. Let's just do the language. It looks like in Dallas, 36% of people in Dallas can speak Spanish. So, sure, but that only speak Spanish. So let's do that instead. Speak only English, the non-English spoken by. I would say roughly. Actually, let's do this in America. How many people only speak Spanish in Texas? So in Texas, it looks like 13% of the population. Actually, no, they speak English too. I think it's less than 2 or 3% of people that only speak Spanish in Texas, in Dallas. So that might work, but you got to remember, I don't think this is like a huge thing you find. I find a lot of people that speak Spanish that go up to me and say, "Oh my gosh, nobody's talking to Spanish sellers. This is going to change everything." Not really, guys. So let me give you an update. All right.
Yeah.
I have a lot of buddies that speak Spanish. Okay, like a lot of them, and I've closed $40,000-$50,000 deals with sellers that only spoke Spanish. and I don't speak Spanish. Okay. Guess what I do? I talk to their son who speaks Spanish, and then I
Right.
teach them.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like, it doesn't really change much.
Fair enough.
So,
Yeah.
it doesn't really it doesn't change anything really.
Okay. That works for me. Yeah.
That's
Easy
what I
enough.
found. And honestly, like, it's going to be 3% of the population. And most of the time, they're going to have their son or daughter call you instead because they don't think you're going to speak Spanish. So that's the point. I see people talk about it all the time. I just like that. Like,
There's nothing concrete on in your experience.
no, like I'm in Florida. And so Florida, outside of Louisiana, actually has one of the highest percentage of French speakers because of Haitian Creole. And I've closed deals with people that only spoke Haitian Creole, right? Pretty much French, right? Like,
Really?
yeah, son or
I mean,
daughter.
I'm not questioning. I'm just yeah.
Yeah, Spanish, Portuguese. The other guy that only spoke Portuguese is Brazilian. Like, I got friends that speak all these languages. They'll come with me. I'll give them $100 to help me translate, right?
Right.
It's really not that complicated. So, no. I mean, I've done deals with it. Did I not close a deal because of a language barrier? Never.
Okay. Understood.
Heck, never.
Easy enough.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, any other questions?
No, that was it. That was it.
Okay. Who's in Mexico's group for the World Cup?
Say that again.
Who's in Mexico's group for the World Cup?
We got Saudi Arabia, we got Poland, and we have Argentina. So
Is Lewandowski still in Poland? Still
say it
playing
again.
for him?
Yeah, Louis. Yeah, Louis.
Yeah, he's tough. He's tough.
He's about it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, not a big deal.
If you could beat him, Mexico they can get through if they can beat him. Poland's not that. Argentina's tough.
I'm hoping for first place. I really am.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool, man.
If they play the right cards, yeah. I think
Awesome,
first
man.
place.
Yeah, I came back from Mexico.
I mentioned that I saw you wearing a PSG attire. I don't know about that yet. Not yet.
I like PSG. When I went to Mexico for fishing, everyone loved Club America. I'm definitely saying that wrong, but
in your neck of the woods, yes, yeah. In your neck of the woods, yeah.
Obsessed with that. It was kind of funny, but
yeah.
Awesome, man. Let me know if you have any questions. Always here to help.
Right on. Thank you.
All right, have a good one. Yeah, I like PSG. That's my professional team, but I mean, whatever. I was being PSG before Messi came, before Neymar came. Okay, I was like, Canavi was the striker. All right, like that was my man. All right, very sad times for all these guys came up. Andrew.
Snap. Hey, Zach, what's going on?
I'm blessed, man. What's up?
I'm nothing much. First of all, I just want to thank you. I was on Zillow 2 days ago, and this guy wanted 225 grand, and I learned from your videos, and I got him down 40 grand. Oh no, 45 grand, all the way down to 180.
All right.
Yeah. And my first question is, just so that way I don't annoy you on the Facebook group, are we allowed to post our deals that we get under contract on there, or is that a no-go?
Well, I have a question for you. What kind of Facebook group do I have?
It's the Wholesaling Houses for Real. That's the one I'm in.
So there's only wholesalers really in that group, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if I post my deal with a bunch of wholesalers, first of all, you're going to attract wholesalers to steal your deal. There's 76,000 people in there, so there's going to be some crooks in there.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to give your address out, and there's going to be no cash buyers. So the cons are so much higher than the pros on posting your deal in there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a great point right there.
And you're going to get fake cash buyers, fake wholesalers try to daisy chain your deal.
Mm-hmm.
So you can.
No.
I have a cash buyer section because people just keep hammering me.
Yeah.
You do increase your odds of all that bad stuff. So you also, then when you post the address, you have a risk of a wholesaler calling that person and saying, this Andrew guy's not going to buy your house. I'm going to buy your house.
Yep. Yeah.
So you can do it. I have a little section for people like they keep hammering me like crazy. Do it. But it's your risk. I would never do it.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that. And my last question here is, I almost had one under contract about 5 days ago. I got it for a pretty decent discount. I think it was like 15 grand under. But I guess they I just want to know how to handle this objection here. They didn't want me to have and/or assigns on there because they've had it done before. I'm assuming by another wholesaler that didn't end up finding an end buyer.
Okay.
And I kind of just folded and I said I couldn't really do anything about it. So I didn't really handle myself too well over the phone.
That's fine. You gotta go through wholesaling.com, go through the objections, but that's okay. That's really not a common objection I get because that's a very educated seller, right?
Mm-hmm.
My best piece of advice for you here is I've had this objection actually talking to tens of thousands of sellers like this, right? So I always say, I can put that there, but you got to understand that I'm buying this with my partner. So I don't know what company I'm going to buy this in. So I have multiple companies, right? I have a company for my rentals. I have a company for my flipping. And I have a company if I'm just going to do something crazy with it, right? Maybe I can finance it or anything like that. I have 3 separate companies. You got to understand, Mr. Sellers, I have multiple LLCs to protect me and my assets. So I might put under contract in the rental category, and I got to figure out I want to flip it instead. I might have to assign it from there. This is why I need assignments on there.
That blew me away, dude. I could have. Oh my god. Well, time to go to freewholesaling.com.
Exactly.
That's all I had. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate it.
I'm telling you, man, there's not one objection in wholesaling real estate that you can't overcome unless it's like price, but price, you can always bring price down.
Absolutely.
So you're fine, man.
All right. Thank you, Zach.
All right. Appreciate it. Boom. Guys, we're experienced investors. Your cash buyer will have multiple LLCs most likely. So yeah. Justin.
What's going on?
What's up, man?
Just sitting here with my business partners. We're looking at a couple properties. Just got up.
Oh. I think he's cutting out. Am I cutting out or is he cutting out?
Question that I had was, she was selling it for $180, and it's a pretty much 90% renovated home. The only thing it needs is exterior stucco, and she's willing to let it go for $135, possibly.
Okay.
But homes in that area are going from $140 to $170. So there's not a lot of playroom there.
So is 180 her asking price or the ARV? Like what's that 180 represent?
So that 180 would be their original listing price with the realtor.
Justin, that's an ask. There's a reason why it's called an asking price.
Yeah.
They're asking.
So there is room to negotiate, of course, which of course we got to.
I care less about that. I care about what the thing's worth to a cash buyer.
Yeah.
So it's like that dollar bill, right? Like if it's $140,000 bill, I don't care that you're trying to sell it for 180. All right. I think his internet went out. But what I mean by that, so he can watch the replay on this, is $150,000. Let's call it $100,000 bill. I don't care it was listed for $130,000. I care less. That doesn't change my offer. Okay? It's what the thing's worth. That's what changes my offer. Bill. I'm getting reminded of Bill Nye the Science. Speaking of elementary school, Bill Nye the Science Guy was the most bustin' amazing intro. It was like that song went hard. All right. Honestly, if I had to replace my intro song, it'd probably be the Bill Nye the Science Guy. All right, Bill, have a good one. So let's answer some questions here. If anyone wants to hop on, y'all got the StreamYard link in the Facebook group, but let's get it. Larry. What is up, Larry? Larry says here, I had a motivated FSBO seller, but then he signed an agent. I don't know how to handle it. If you sign with an agent, I probably wouldn't do it. Okay. I'm telling you guys, if he signs with an agent, I'm probably not going to deal with it. Just that's an on-market property, and I don't like dealing with those too much. Now, if I want to do an on-market property, I'm going to have hundreds of offers. I get deals from him, but not my favorite one to do. So I'd probably avoid that. Can he double close on the contract if the seller had a problem with? Yeah, he can double close. I'd rather just answer that objection with the multiple LLC thing, but ultimately it's up to you. Let's see here. Zach, I was about 12 minutes behind as I was taking notes. I had no idea you're doing a PDF. Yeah, I'm putting the scripts in the Facebook group. So I put them in there. Yeah. What's up, Zach and Rick? You guys hiring? Not if you're not local. This is all very simple. The important part is to find an investor-friendly title company and make sure exactly this company is being used for this transaction. Exactly, guys. The reason why I don't hire subscribers or wholesalers in my own company, I just want everybody to understand that, is I teach entrepreneurs. I do not teach employees. I mean, I do teach employees, but I teach in a different way. The reason is, if you're watching this, you're a visionary. I want to bring you to 100K, then $1 million, right? If you're just going to join my company to just leave, I don't want that. Like, I'm here for employees that work for a while. So yeah. Luis.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing today?
I'm blessed, dude.
That's great. That's great. So I had a question. For the Facebook group, I'm not able to see the chats, but you said it could be because I'm blocked or something like that.
What chat?
Like on the group, on the wholesaling.
You can't comment?
Yeah, no, like there was like a chat where like everybody would send stuff like messages, regular messages, but I can't see.
Oh yeah,
that
Facebook
anymore.
blocked that for bullying and harassment.
Oh, because there was that one dude, I saw that.
Oh
Yeah.
really? I wasn't moderating enough. There's too many chats going on, so it got blocked out. So it wasn't even me. Facebook just axed it, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna delete it because they gave me a strike on it. I'm like, I'm just deleting it because I don't even take them down the group. So
yeah.
Terrible.
I also had a question. How do you feel about the Baldwin County, Alabama, in that market? Would you say it's a good market, or because I was looking at list source, and I saw that they had a bunch of cash buyers there. So I started trying to pull probates from there and stuff like that. And so far I've gotten a good amount. I'd say maybe 50. Still trying to get more, but how would you feel, or how do you feel about that?
Hold on. Okay, what's the largest city in Baldwin?
I think it's Foley. If I remember right, it should be Foley, or I'd have to check.
I mean, the population is 22,000. Do you live there?
No, I'm in California.
It's okay, man. You got Mobile right there though, and then you got Pensacola right there. I mean,
yeah,
I would do Baldwin, but I'd add Pensacola and then maybe Mobile on top of that too.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Yeah, it's too small. I mean, Mobile's right there though, so you might get some Mobile buyers. Maybe add Baldwin and then Mobile. Might be good there. So yeah. Pensacola is great also. That whole area.
Perfect. All right, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Sure. Have a great one, man.
You too, man.
Boom. Ryan.
Hello?
Hi.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
I'm blessed, man. What's up?
Hey, how are you doing? Wow, I'm so happy to. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Hey, I'm so happy to actually talk to you. So, like, I've been sending questions and stuff, but I didn't know if there was like kind of like dumb questions or anything like that. So I know you're kind of busy and stuff. Probably didn't get a chance to like look at them and everything. But my main question I have for you, because once again, I'm brand new at this. I'm in Victorville, California. I actually started an LLC with my partner. He in Las Vegas, Nevada, and what we're doing is we're trying to start wholesaling. So those are our two markets. Tomorrow, I actually have a appointment with a real estate broker at 10:30, and I really don't know what to ask her. I don't know what questions I should ask her to be able to help me and actually help her benefit with wholesaling.
So is this an appointment for a deal or an appointment just to network?
Just a network.
I don't network with realtors like that, so I don't know. These are like simple phone calls. If you have a property and you can't sell, I'd like to buy it for cash, or if I have a deal, if you have a cash buyer, what kind of realtor is this? Is this a buyer's agent, seller's agent? Like what?
To be honest with you, I'm not 100%. My sister's a notary, and she was like, "Hey, I'm about to go. We're about to go out to eat," and she was like, "Hey, I gotta go drop off this car to this lady," and she was telling me that she was a real estate agent for like 20 years, and she just now became a broker. So I'm not for sure what kind of real estate agent she really is, though. I'm about to go ask her tomorrow and find out like a little bit more information because literally I haven't even talked to her. My sister just set up the appointment for me.
Let's see. Roughly, what is it? 212. Hold on. Multiply by 134,000. Roughly, there's 1,100 realtors in Victorville, California.
Oh wow. Okay.
Are you willing to go meet with them for an hour? 1,100.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like my main goal is I like because I've been watching your videos, I've been doing the course, and once I network and I actually am able to get more people out and more people know who I am, and I start and I'm able to do the business, and I have those 1,000 people that are like, hey, this dude really knows what he's doing. He's really here to help out the situation. Then yeah, absolutely, yeah, I'm really
21 hours a week of realtor networking.
It's gonna pay off in the long run, or am I mistaken?
Well, you don't even know what to say.
Exactly. I don't. I'm just more so just trying to figure out what to say and what to do because I put in the time and work wherever I need to do to be able to get ahead in this game.
I honestly, man, like, I think you're trying to travel 30 miles by walking when you can just use a car. That's the way I'm looking at it. Yeah, you'll get there by walking there, but like, what's the point? If you spend 20 hours in Victorville drawing for dollars and reverse drawing for dollars, you would get way more deals, make way more money than a realtor.
Okay.
What are you gonna do when a realtor says, yeah, I have cash buyers. What deals do you have?
Hey, I'm brand new. I'm trying to network. But
get back to me when you got deals. Versus you have 3 deals under contract in Victorville from drawing for dollars, and you can just call them up. Hey, I have a deal in Victorville. I'm looking to wholesale it. Do you have any buyers? Boom.
Okay.
Roughly out of 1,100 realtors, I would say 50 of them have good cash buyers.
Okay.
Those people aren't going to give you the time of day. Unless you...
And I just want to tell you, hey, thank you. Because I've learned a whole lot.
50 of those realtors will have legit investor cash buyers. They're not going to want to talk to you unless you got deals.
Okay.
How do you open the door with them? You have a deal. Then you get to talk to them. Right?
Yeah.
Because they're all going to say, call me back when you got a deal.
Okay.
Waste of time, right? Get a deal first and then bring it from there. You would probably make more money, though, going with a cash buyer. If you spent 21 hours a week on cash buyers, you do way better.
Okay. And so when it comes, so I should just mostly just go through Facebook and hit up title companies to get the cash buyers?
I would cold call the for rents. I would. Title companies work too. I think it's going to be a cure-all. Facebook groups for cash buyers too, and then the cash sales if you can, and then go from there. The problem is you're going to waste your time on 1,000 realtors that actually can't help you at all. They can't.
Okay. So then, should I actually try going and networking with them and trying to get to the little meetups to where because I know your dad was talking about going to the auctions and being the auctioneers and stuff like that, or am I just going way too far out and I should just stick to just going to door to door? That's good
because the realtors there actually have cash buyers.
Okay.
Bro, there's 4,000 realtors in my market.
Okay.
There's only 200 that can be of use of me. 200. I'm not going to waste my time on the ones that can't help me. Most realtors are broke. Most realtors make 30K a year, 30, 40, 50K a year. They're not good. So this realtor, do you know how many deals they do?
No idea. No clue.
It's public.
Okay.
If they're not doing any deals and they're not listing many properties, it's probably not going to be good for you.
Okay.
Now, if you're looking with listing agents to listing the property, they're going to say, if you're going to buy, go on the MLS. So the most value would be a buyer's agent. And it's probably 50 in your market. So find those people.
Okay. And just saying is the area that I'm in, is that honestly a good area? Because I'm mostly doing all of San Bernardino County. I'm
I
sorry.
like Victorville. Do Victorville first.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, but I just want to tell you thank you, bro. I appreciate all the content. Like I watched the videos. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been kind of busy the last 2 days, so I'm on day 1 of your 30-day challenge videos. But I've watched all the other ones and I've learned a lot, and I really do sincerely appreciate it. Like I really do. Like thank you for everything that you're doing for us, bro. I really appreciate it.
The main concept there is working smarter, not harder.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
like you dealing with these realtors, you are taking actually away from your marketing by doing that. You're
Okay.
actually losing money by doing it. Now, if you have 50 legit ones, oh yeah, go to lunch, do whatever you want. But mostly it can be done by the phone. And these realtors are getting stuff done. They don't want to sit down for 1 to 2 hours. They're getting stuff done every day. 30-minute phone call. Get their information. You can email them over the deals.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
They don't want to talk to you unless they can make money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. I
Look
appreciate
at
it.
cash sales in Victorville on like realtor.com on ugly houses and then call those buyers agents. If you really want to
Okay,
do
you
it.
said cash.
Realtor.com or Zillow.com. Look for sold properties that are super distressed and ugly. So
Okay.
you're in Victorville. Do you know the median home price in Victorville?
I want to say when I looked it up, it was around 500,000. But it's been a minute since I looked it up. I haven't looked it up in about I want to
416.
say 416. Okay.
So any property sold for below 250, when you go to realtor.com Zillow, they should be there. So you can do it pretty easy. And then from there, I want you to call the buyer's agent and say buyer's agent is, Sarah Maxine. All right, I'm going to meet you there so I don't get a copyright strike. All right, is he done? Brian, you're muted.
Can you hear me?
There we go.
Okay. Yeah, my fault. Like I ended up getting a call. Okay, so you said anything under 250,000 and call those cash buyers.
Well, no, the realtors that represented the buyers.
Oh, realtors. Okay.
And then boom,
Okay.
those are the realtors you should deal with, not the one your aunt, found or something, right? And look up that realtor and see how many deals they've done.
Okay.
It's like a guru, man. If a guru ain't doing any deals, why are you going to listen to him? Why are you going to listen to a realtor that hasn't listed any properties?
Okay. You're right. Yes, sir. Okay.
Legit, I've had people in my Facebook group call me broke. I don't know what I'm doing. I look them up on Realtor. They say they make $100K a month as a realtor. I look them up. They made $20,000 in the past 2 years. Like it's all public how much they make. That's why I hate about realtors. It's so funny. But you can look up anyone as a realtor. So it's just funny. All right, man. Look them up, man.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too, man. Boom. Awesome. Shout out to Ryan there, guys. I'm not against meeting realtors, right? I'm against meeting every single realtor. Okay. Yeah. The hustle mentality is great, but you got to work smart, right? Oh, I want to work 100 hours a week, whatever it takes. I want to work 100 hours a week to travel 100 miles. That's stupid, right? Like use a car, use a bike, just make it a lot more efficient. You don't have to be grinding out like that. Okay. Not many people can do it. It's just funny. Isaiah.
Hey, Zach. How's it going?
What's up?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, man. How's it doing? How you going? How you doing?
Every day above ground's an amazing day.
Yeah, so I was actually going to get started here in cold calling soon on the Zillow Fizbos. But
Love it.
I had some questions because actually I just entered stream, and I'm just going off kind of by the title. But I had gotten actually like 4 contracts like within this past year. I've been at it for 2 years, like 2.5 years now. And I had like every single contract that I've had done has just fallen through. But, I'm not giving up. But the thing is, so on this last one, it was a Fizbo. I had to use your, what's that strategy called? The good cop, bad cop. I loved it. It was awesome.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, and so I had gotten it down from like 28,000 to like 20,000. I thought it was a deal because the comps were like at 90, and the rent was like at 900 to 1,200. So I thought it would be good for like a landlord, or but it just fell through. And they said because on the appraisal it was only 7,000 for the house.
Isaiah, let's change your language, okay, man? The deals do not fall through. All right? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
The deals either did two things. There's two reasons why you didn't make money off of that. Either you locked it up for too much, or you didn't find enough cash buyers. So don't say the deal fell through. Say, I didn't have enough cash buyers. That's what happened. Or I locked it up for too much. It's not that it just fell through. Okay? It doesn't fall away. Either you did those two things. So which one was it?
I'm pretty sure that I got it locked up at a bad price then.
So change your language. Okay? Because you got to understand, there's reasons why you didn't do the deal. Like magically you didn't have bad luck. Because either you had it for too high or you didn't talk to enough buyers. What about the other three?
So I had got it at a good price. Seller just didn't want to come down 10,000. So I had got it like at I think the ARV was at 300,000, and I locked it up right at it was 80,000, but all my cash buyers were saying 70, 75,000. So I tried getting it down to like 65, 60, and seller just said no. And then the other one, I had cash buyers telling me that they were total rehab. So it's just been the price that I'm getting it locked up at too high.
Okay. See, now we know the problem, right?
Yeah.
We can just sit around being upset, but we can fix the problem. So do you know how you fix that? You got to lowball more and
go for no.
Start going for the no. Start using those good cop, bad cop. You know what to do.
Yeah.
So let me ask you the next part here. I know I can directly correlate, and I'm saying this nicely, I can directly correlate to the amount of money you're making in wholesaling to the marketing you're doing. So let's talk about your marketing.
I'm only doing cold calling right now.
What list?
Just FSBOs.
FSBOs. Okay. Why aren't you doing any of the other type of motivated lists?
So honestly, I haven't known how to pull them, but I'm going to watch your videos on how to now. I was actually thinking to do probates and code violations.
Dude, you were the first person to ever go up to me and say, I can't do this because I don't know. Because I've said the word freewholesaling.com 50 times. A shout out to you hopping on these streams. How long have you been trying wholesaling? 2 years, you said?
2.5 years, but I actually just found out about you like 3 months ago. And then, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I had long hair 3 months ago. All right? I don't know. It was a little while ago. Dude, 3 months is a while, man. Okay? I had hope for the Florida Gators 3 months ago, okay? That's how far 3 months ago was, all right, man? Dude, how many times have I said freewholesaling.com in the past 3 months?
A lot.
A lot. And how many times have you gone through it?
Honestly, like once, but not like all.
Why? All right, unless you are sick of not getting these deals under contract unless you are so sick of not doing deals, unless that is greater than your fear of going in the free course, you're not going to change.
No, yeah.
To change, you have to make a change.
Yeah, I understand, Zach.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I was like learning a lot of stuff from like another YouTuber and also you. So I kind of was like, I just want to take action other than just keep learning.
How's that fared for you?
It hasn't. But that's where I kind of get stuck at, because when I guess since I got not the analysis, well, I took more action, but then I'm still failing at that action. But I kind of wanted to take the advice of just fail forward.
Isaiah. Every other YouTuber pretty much tries to confuse you on wholesaling on purpose to sell you a course. So if you're listening to another YouTuber, they're purposely feeding you information to confuse you, to not give you good results. The only solution is to buy their course. So either you bought their course and now you can kind of get some good information, or you go through freewholesaling.com. These are your choices. You haven't gone through the free course and you've gotten confusing information. So this is not a good recipe for success, right?
Yeah, bad.
You know what to do, man.
Yeah, awesome, Zach. Thank you.
All right. Have a great one, man.
Yeah, you too, man.
Wait, what market are you in?
I'm doing Birmingham and Montgomery, Alabama,
Where do you live?
Texas,
We're in Texas.
El Paso.
Why don't you do El Paso?
So actually, as of like 3 days ago, I was like, I'm gonna just do local. And so I just need to go through freewholesaling.com though.
Go local.
Yeah. Because I just don't know how to do comps without Zillow. But I'll go through freewholesaling.com though.
Isaiah, I want you on here next week, and I'm gonna put I'm gonna put you to the flame. All right, like I'm gonna make you, unless you're not willing to do the work. If you want to hop here every week, I'll put your butt to work.
I'm willing to do the work, man. It's been 2.5 years. You could ask my fiance right back here. She sees me on this every day. She's
on here every day. She'll be in freewholesaling.com every day, man. So let me help you out. What I need you to do is go through the course and then come back to me. I'd like to help you out, but you can't change your life unless you make a change. So I'm not even asking for money, dude. Like you can Venmo me $5,000 if it can make you actually start working. I don't know. I'll keep it in escrow and then give it back to you. I don't know what I can do to make you actually do it.
No, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
All right. So like, it's there, man. Get it going.
Awesome. I appreciate it, Zach. Have a nice one, man.
Appreciate you. Have a good one. Cole.
Yo, dude. So, you know what? I'm working through like this mental block. How did you get through the mental block of like cold calling? Honestly, that's what it is, man. I have like, I picked up 3,000 code buys. I've got 92 zombie properties. I've got 277 pre-probates. Like now I just need to just get off my ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just started reverse driving for dollars yesterday. And I don't know what happened to all of it. I mean, I'm in Orlando, so maybe the hurricane blew everything off, but you know.
Okay.
So yeah.
I mean, this is kind of an age-old question. I don't want to do work. How are you going to get the work? You just do it. So the thing is, how I did it, my fear of not becoming rich and successful was greater than the fear of me sitting on my bed all day doing nothing and partying, right? My fear of not taking care of my future family, the fear of not taking care of my mom, the fear of, if I have any dogs or whatever, I can't, pay for their bills or anything. The fear of all that stuff was so great to me that thinking of that versus if I don't do that, I'm going to work a bag boy job the rest of my life. Which one would I rather be doing? My fear of not being successful was greater than my fear of not doing the work. Once I made that switch in my mind, no video games, little video games, nothing too crazy. I stopped all the stupid stuff, went to work. That's it.
Okay. All right.
Nobody remembers the people that quit. Nobody. They only remember the successful people. Right?
Yeah.
That's it, man. Do you remember the Pharaoh in Egypt that got conquered by Alexander the Great?
Is there a reason?
No. You remember the guy that conquered him, though,
say
right?
No because
you remember
failed.
The winner.
Yeah.
Right? Do you know who lost? This is recent, but like if you look at all the winners for everything, like, it's just kind of funny. Look at all of Michael Jordan's victories. You don't remember the times that the losers. You only remember the winners, really.
Yeah.
So you won't be remembered if you lose. And that's kind of cool because if you fail, you're not going to be remembered. But if you win, you'll be remembered forever. So do it.
Okay. I think I needed that, Zach. Thanks, brother.
That's it, man. All right, dude. Well, get to work, man.
All right. Peace, man.
All right. Peace. Guys, your fear of not becoming successful has to be greater than your fear of just sitting at home all day doing nothing. You think of your life. You think the life you want to live. Guys, you are only, hopefully, on this earth 100, 110, 120 years, right? You're only on this earth a very short amount of time. For most people, statistically, it's 75, 80, right? You only have really 80 years to live, 90 years, 100 years to live. You only have one shot at this thing we call life, right? Do you want to make the most out of the opportunity, or do you want to make the least out of it? Be remembered, be great, change your life, change your family's life, right? That's what motivated me, right? So that's it, guys. I'm not here to motivate you guys because the money should motivate you enough. The change of your life, the time freedom should motivate you enough. All of it should motivate you enough, right? If I ever have kids, do I ever want to be working a regular 9-to-5 job? I'm not going to be able to actually go out here and see their soccer games or their football games or their basketball game. No, I'm going to be there. Okay. And I'm making the sacrifice now. Well, I mean, I already did. So I don't really have to do that anymore, but like where I can relax, right? You know, that's the way you got to look at it. So this is Zach Ginn signing out. If you got any value from this video, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe. I'm going to send the PDF in the Facebook group. So make sure you guys keep your eyes out on that. And I'll see you guys soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one. Boom! Free wholesaling.